How can we take a scientifically holistic approach to solving problems to prevent experts focusing too much on specialized areas but neglecting unknowns? Well, okay, that's actually a very good question, and this gets into the issue of integrative thinking and why it's very unusual to find people who are naturally big picture thinkers, and I'm convinced it's something that's becoming rarer and rarer and rarer. Where you get now is super specialization, and you see the super specialization everywhere. It's the main engine of economic growth. Micro-innovation is mostly driven by people becoming very specialized, taking a particular product like earphones, and we'll just take the cable off of the earpod and make a wireless version, and that's an innovation of sorts, but it's only a very small step up from the version which had the long cable connecting it to the computer. And it's not entirely clear that it's necessarily better than that either. So that's micro-innovation, but macro-innovation really requires this kind of massive big-picture thinking, and it requires a lot of foundational science to be there, which was developed in a non-instrumentalist way, i.e. just with a view to developing pure foundational science. It's very rare to get people who think like that. And the vast majority of people, including academics, are just hyper-specialists. And they are very content to just specialize on one thing, and just focus and drill down to one thing. And I'm not like that at all. I'm a big picture thinker. I did my degree in genetics and I went into psychology and had detours on the way there into other fields as well. We're interdisciplinary thinkers, and it's very, very unusual. Studies do seem to indicate that when big breakthroughs are made, it's usually interdisciplinary thinkers. Also, I'd add that it actually makes it a problem to get a job in modern day academia if you are an interdisciplinary thinker. They will accuse you having an eclectic publication list. They wouldn't understand. Someone said that to me once. It was another academic, and they were looking at my Google Scholar page and they said, "Your publication record is very eclectic." And you could tell by the tone of their voice that it was not meant in a positive way. So I just responded, "Well, thank you for noticing. Yes, indeed it is, because that is the essence of good science. It would be awful to have a non-eclectic publication list. That would imply you weren't engaging in consilience, and you weren't making connections, and you really weren't doing anything original." Let's put it this another way. I think maybe a slightly less charitable way of looking at this is to quote Darwin, who in his 1871 book The Descent of Man said that many lineages bear the indelible stamp of their lowly origins. And I think that is true of many of these career academics, who cannot do anything other than become hyper-focused specialists in some area or another.